Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I've done a brand new video. Just busy with life and other things, but I'm excited to get another one out. It is Saturday morning. The Buckeyes have that team up north coming into Columbus today. I've got game day on inside and they are in Columbus for this game. That's always exciting. So the video we're going to do today, I'm going to do a tri-tip. It's sort of an experimental tri-tip, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But also the purpose of this video, probably even more so than the tri-tip I'm doing, is to show off the new BuQeye BBQ toy. I got a new Traeger, the Timberline XL. So as part of this video today, we're going to do a walkthrough tour of that. I've used it a few times, not many, but I've sort of learned it, and it's really great so far. Actually, I love it. So we'll be back out later to sort of go through the features and functions, and we'll get that tri-tip on. In the meantime, we'll go back to the kitchen. I'll show you this tri-tip, why I'm calling it experimental. Thanks for joining. I've gotten some new subscribers lately, and I really appreciate that, just because I haven't gotten a lot of content out of late. I'm hoping that changes over the next few weeks and we'll get a few videos out. I had somebody reach out to sponsor a video, and they're sending me an item to feature. I will be honest about it, good or bad, but I'm looking forward to that. So lots of good things coming. Again, thanks for coming back and watching my amateur YouTube channel. I appreciate it. So let's go inside and look at this tri-tip. So I wanted to do a tri-tip today, but I didn't have any. I usually order mine from Porter Road. It's hard to get tri-tip around where I am. It's more of a West Coast cut. If you know anything about it, it was sort of originated in the central coast of California and kind of meant to cook on a Santa Maria style grill, but there's certainly a lot of other ways to cook them. But again, I didn't have one today. I used my last one a few weeks back. So I need to order a couple from Porter Road, but Sam's Club has these pre-seasoned ones, and I thought I'd try it. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but that's sort of why I'm coupling this with a tour of the new smoker. So what I'm going to do is get this out of the packaging and get it ready for the smoker. I'm not going to do a thing to it except take it out of the packaging and maybe pat it dry with a paper towel to try to make sure I leave that seasoning intact. So I won't bore you with that process. The next time you see me, we'll be out at the smoker. We'll probably do a quick walkthrough of that, and then we'll get this tri-tip on. And I am gonna smoke it like a brisket, so we're gonna take it all the way up to 200, something like that, and go through a brisket style process today. So we'll see how we do. Maybe good, maybe bad, or somewhere in between. We'll be back. Okay, let's do a walkthrough of the Traeger Timberline XL. I'm getting a little bit of a further away shot so you can see the whole thing. Really a large cooker, which is definitely something I wanted. So let's just go through everything from right to left. So the control panel, really nice control panel. We'll look at that a little closer when I turn it on as part of this video and this cook. We've got a cutting board on top. This is magnetic, so it's sticking to the top of the pellet hopper, so you can take it off and wash it. It's bamboo, it's really nice. Got a 22-pound pellet hopper, so 20-pound bag of pellets will fully fit in, and this is actually a light and a sensor, so the Traeger app will tell you how much percentage of pellets you have left. I will say that it tends to drain on this side where the auger is, so you do have to keep an eye on the other side and make sure the pellets kind of shift down that way. Most pellet smokers, I found that is an issue, so it's just something I'm used to and not a terribly big deal. We've got removable shelves down there, and I say removable because one thing you can do is, in matter of fact, I'll show it to you. I'm gonna put this shelf up. The shelf is an add-on that I bought, very easy to install. I'll see if I can do this one-handed since I'm using the gimbal. There we go. But we also have a pellet container down there. Oops, and it fits where those removable shelves go right next to it. And you can slide a lever and empty your pellets very easily right back into your watertight container. So I've got the pellets full. I don't even have any additional pellets right now. So, but this, I'll have plenty for this cook. And we do have, while we're down here, a lot more storage, also a grease and ash trap that is removable. It's got a foil liner, just like the ones in the back corner in it. And that's actually a pretty cool feature too. I like it. So let's get these closed and we'll open up the top now. Very heavy duty insulated lid, double walled, nice gasket there. That is all the way around the lid. The one thing it does have down here, and when it's on, I don't have it on right now, is lights that will automatically trigger when you open the lid and go off when you close the lid. They're controlled by a magnet. The one thing that is worth pointing out is the grates are super heavy duty. I don't remember the gauge steel, but I hope you can see how thick those are. Really well built. I'm not gonna take the whole thing apart today for this, but it's got a pretty innovative ash catch and grease trap, which I really like. I am lining, or not really lining, but I'm adding pans under my food right now. I sort of do that in the cooler weather because I don't want to get out here and clean it in 20-degree weather. So I do that a little bit more. But you can see it's got 3 levels, the main level, a second level, and then the top level here. I am gonna take the top grate out for today's cook, but I wanted to have it in there just to give you a tour of the grill. And the last thing I'll show you, actually, these railings go 3/4 of the way around the grill, and you can get accessories to add to that. Things like the shelf. I've got some hooks on the other side I'll show you in a minute, but you can get some other things like rub containers, or not containers, but like a shelf to put your rubs in and things like that. The other thing it has, and I am not big on burners on grills, but for a full outdoor cooker, I don't mind having access to this induction burner. So, you know, you can use a cast iron skillet or any kind of pot that will work with an induction burner. And this is controllable from the app. So it's pretty cool if you want to warm up some sauce, maybe have a cast iron skillet ripping hot to sear off a steak before or after your smoke, however you want to do it. But I sort of like having that induction burner. It's the only induction burner that I have. So I don't have an indoor one or anything like that. And for a YouTube channel, sometimes you're cooking something that you need a skillet for. It'll be nice to be able to do that outside and not necessarily have to have you in our dirty kitchen. So that's pretty cool. There is a rack in the back for the lid, so I'll leave that where it is for now. We'll walk back over, and I don't use this gimbal very much, so forgive me. But we've got these hooks. You can certainly buy more of them. They are easily installed anywhere around the cooker. So really easy to use that. I sort of gave up a lot of 2/3 anyway of the front rack for that shelf, but I wanted to have a shelf. I sort of think the shelf could be a little bit deeper, if I'm being honest. The handle of the cooker, when the lid is down, actually covers, you know, maybe the first quarter of the shelf. But it's okay. It's still good. I'm still glad I have it. I wouldn't give it up, but I do wish it was just a little bit deeper. But, you know, that would also make it a little less sturdy. Probably wouldn't be able to hold quite as much weight. So I'm not sure of the physics specifics there, but I still like it. So the controller, really actually pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on. There's a main power switch under here, which I won't show you, and I'm just gonna press the button. I do already have it plugged in, and that will turn on. You can sort of see the light on the right-hand side starting. Will take a second, and by the way, the light on the side just came on. So I've got the lid open because I am going to start the cooker. You definitely want to start your cooker and wait for it to start smoking before you put the lid down. Sometimes those sawdust vapors could ignite and essentially explode. So you want to be careful with that with any pellet cooker. So I'm going to leave the lid open, and let's can't quite remember exactly how to control it. I haven't done it in a while. There we go. So we're gonna actually go, I think we'll start at 180 today, just to get us rolling. Press and hold here to start. There we go. So the igniter is starting. You can hear the fan, and the auger is starting. Hopefully you can hear those pellets drop. So I am going to wait for this to start smoking and then get the lid closed and get the tri-tip ready, and we'll get it out here. Remind me sometime to tell you the funny story about a young BuQeye barbecue with charcoal and explosions. That's a pretty good one. So we will see you when we're back out here with our tri-tip and our smoker is up to temperature. Okay, so we're gonna get our tri-tip put on. First thing I'm gonna do, I didn't talk about this when I gave the tour of the new Traeger, but we're gonna turn on the smoke boost setting, or super smoke they call it. We're gonna do that for like the first hour. It is right at 11 a.m. right now, so we're gonna get this on. The other thing I didn't really point out is it's got a place for 2 wired probes. And the other thing I didn't bring up is, you know, Traeger bought Meter, the wireless probe company, and the Traeger Timberline XL actually comes with 2 wireless Meter probes. I like the meters. I've had trouble with them off and on, but once you kind of figure them out, they're pretty good. But they are thick because of the computing that has to be inside them. And for thinner pieces of meat, I don't really like to use them. That's just me. I probably could just fine, but I'm going to use the wired probe today. So let's get this tri-tip on. There we go. So we're probably going to turn this a time or two, but I'm going to put this pretty well in the center, maybe a little left of center. There we go. Hope you can see that. And now we're going to use, and by the way, little pro tip here, these crappy white washcloths that you can get by the dozen at Sam's or at on Amazon, they're great. You can pitch them when you need to, wash them. I love having them around. So we're going to get this wired probe kind of in the center of the thicker part of our tri-tip here. There we go. It's asking me if I want to set the goal of the probe. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to set it for 165. I won't need it. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I'm going to use every feature I can today as we're going through the cooker. We'll confirm that on the screen. And there we go. So we have the super smoke set. We have the cooker set at 180 for now. We have the probe in with an alarm set at 165. So we're just going to let this go. I am going to put this disposable aluminum tray in the bottom. Again, in the winter, I don't want to have to clean my grill out as much other than vacuum the ash out. So we're going to put that tray in there just to catch drippings, and we're going to get this lid shut, and we'll bring you back probably in an hour or so. Okay, so we have been on just under an hour. I want to get in for the start of the Ohio State game, so we're going to go ahead and take care of our business here. I'm going to turn the temperature up first of all to, I'm going to go 225. And I think I'm going to leave the smoke, the super smoke, on for another 30 minutes to an hour. And I'm going to go ahead and move the camera over, so pardon the motion here, and we'll take a quick look at this tri-tip, see how it's looking. Nice smoke, nice clean smoke too, looking like I would expect it to. I'm going to get the lid closed, keep that heat in there, but looking good. So we'll bring you back probably in the next hour at a commercial break. So see you in a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take a look at our tri-tip. It has been on right at 2.5 hours. I meant to come back around 2 hours and just got to watching the game, which is annoying me right now. but I still think the Buckeyes are going to win this game. We are at 123 degrees internal temperature, reading from the Traeger screen with the tethered probe. So let's just take a look, see how we're looking inside. Again, nice smoke from the Traeger. I like that. And TriTip is looking good. It actually smelled really good. I meant to mention that, but when I took it out of the package, whatever seasoning they used, I did like the smell. I thought it was good, but so far I'm liking the way this is looking. So we're going to get this closed down and just let it keep going. I'm thinking this could take 5 to 6 hours today, but we'll see. We're 2.5 hours in at 123 degrees, so we'll bring you back. Okay, it has been exactly 5 hours. We are at 165 internal on this TriTip, and I have not really opened the lid except when I've had the camera on. I'm going to do something a little different today, a little different than I normally do with a brisket or a poor man's brisket or TriTip. So we're going to do it right here at the cooker. So let's take a look. Oh, wow. That looks really good, actually. You'll see it more here in a second. But I have got some beef stock that I'm going to pour in the bottom here. Just a little bit. Just enough to cover the bottom there. And now I am going to grab this TriTip. Hopefully you can see that there. Really looks nice, actually. We're going to put it in the pan, and there we go. Now I've got, actually going to use a little more stock on the top. I'm not going to use a lot. And I've got a stick of butter, or a half stick of butter. That right on top there. And I've got some minced garlic. This is just out of a jar. If you follow my channel at all, I do believe there's a use for pre-minced garlic. As much as I like fresh, sometimes it just doesn't matter that much. At least as far as I'm concerned. All right, now I'm gonna take my rubber gloves off here. And I've got some foil. We're gonna cover this pan. And I'm just leaving that probe exactly where it was. I've got the alarm reset from 165 to 200. I've got the cooker, I turned it up to 275, by the way, just a few minutes ago, getting ready for right now. And now, whoa. There we go. So we're gonna get this lid closed and let it keep going and just watch the temperature. So the next time I bring you back, this TriTip will be inside. There's no point in showing you the camera with a foil covered pan. So we'll get the camera set up inside. Not sure how long this will take. We're going 5 hours right now, and I thought the total time would be about 5 hours. So maybe another hour or so, and we'll bring you back. Okay, so just less than 7 hours, our TriTip has been rested. I just left it right in the pan for about 15 minutes, and we're gonna slice into it. You can see some of that garlic remain on the top. The bark didn't really set. It was set pretty well, but putting it in the pan with the beef stock sort of undid that, but that's okay. I wanted to make sure this remained moist more than I was worried about the bark. So we're just gonna cut into it. This thing has a killer smoke ring. Let's pull that out. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm gonna have to try this right now. That's pretty freaking good. I love that. If you've never done tri-tip like a brisket. Put it on your list. It is really good. And this pre-marinated Sam's tri-tip, it's holding its own. Let's give them some more slices of this. Man, that's freaking good. Family's gonna like this. At first I thought it might be really peppery because I had some of the bark on my fingers and I licked it off and it lit me up. But when it's paired with the whole meat, it's not bad at all. Man, this is just, oh, you know what? I didn't turn it and slice it the right way. So, if you don't know anything about tri-tip, the grain kind of turns. And probably about right here, I should have turned this and sliced it the other way. So, it is what it is. Let's try this end. That might be a little tough now. And it's not. All right. Good on you, Sam's. By the way, I'm not talking about the BuQeye game in case you were curious. Man, that's good. So here's what I'm gonna do to finish this off, and we're gonna eat. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this garlicky, buttery beef stock, just to keep things moist. And there we go. That's what we're eating tonight. And I'm looking forward to it. That's really good. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you sticking with me, even though I haven't done a lot of BuQeye barbecue videos lately. We will see you next time. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'm 3/4 of the way to 1,000. I have 750 subscribers. Exciting stuff, so we will see you next time.